the Auburn Blitz Podcast, your direct source for all Auburn all the time with Brett Pritchard, Faith Richardson, and Randy Lee.
What's up, everybody, and Happy New Year to all of you out there. We are so glad that you choose Auburn Blitz and that you join us each and every day, wherever and whenever it is that you join us here on the Auburn Blitz and making Auburn Blitz part of your daily Auburn athletic intake. Happy New Year, Faith. 2026 is here.
Happy New Year. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it at all.
I mean, just flew by. 25 out the door. Maybe with 25, some of these L's for Auburn left. And maybe, hey, look, that's the beautiful thing about New Year. You get to it gives everybody kind of a clean slate. You get a chance to reflect on the blessings that you had and the great things. And then you get a chance to also erase some things or get rid of some of the things that you didn't do so well and that you want to work on in your life. So it's just kind of like a rejuvenation, with New Year's.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot to be grateful for and a lot to look forward to. So we've just got some New Year's resolutions that, Auburn could take part of.
We thought this would be, and this was your idea, so I thought it was a great one for everybody here on a New Year's Day morning. Obviously, going to be eating their black-eyed peas and their greens and all the different things that you eat because of the symbolism there that you do. And, of course, a lot of football on today, so everybody will be tuning in to the college football playoffs. You're going to be going to the playoff game tonight with Ole Miss and Georgia, one of your favorite teams in the world. You find your way to another Georgia game somehow.
You know what happened the last time I went to an Ole Miss Georgia game, though?
I do, and that's kind of what I'm keeping my fingers crossed on again here. So we'll see how it all plays out. But y'all be safe, have fun down there, enjoy your time, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know. Maybe one day you and I'll be covering a college football playoff game. How about that?
Yeah, that's the goal here.
How good would that? How good would that? Maybe that's a resolution or a wish list item for us here at Auburn Blitz, if we get to cover a winning football program in 2026. How about that? Is that too much to ask?
I'm here for it.
Yep.
I feel the same
Yep.
way.
All right, so resolutions for Auburn fans out there. And this is a resolution / wish list because, when you make resolutions, you're making commitments to change or to do things. And that's what you need to do as an Auburn fan. You need to be committed. And obviously Auburn fans are very committed. If they haven't jumped ship now, they're probably in it for the long haul. But I think number one on our list, Faith, is to keep showing up, for Auburn fans out there like they have. I mean, nobody has shown up through tumultuous times more than Auburn fans have.
Yeah, 22 home straight sellout games with the losing record that Auburn had the last couple of seasons, and obviously this last season that, they're still there showing up, supporting, and it's hard to do that when it's a losing program, and it's hard to keep doing that because you keep going back for failure every single time. But yeah, but it's a new year, a new coaching staff, a lot of new changes at Auburn, and so just continuing to show out and show your support makes the biggest difference.
I don't think Auburn fans are going to stop again. New, like you said, new coach, new staff, bunch of new players going to show up and see what happens. And so I definitely think that's on the top of the list is, as a resolution. If you're an Auburn fan out there, you just keep doing what you've been doing, and and eventually you feel like
it might pay off.
Things will turn around. I'm gonna let you have the next one because this position group just needs to find some support.
Commit to recruiting and developing the tight end group.
This is more of a wish list item in the
It
red
is.
book, so.
But, you can commit to developing and
True.
using the portal to your advantage to bring in
Very true.
tight end, maybe a few, and coaching them up, because I think that was something that was lacking in the last couple of seasons.
You think?
So that's something that I'm looking to in a positive way.
Yeah, I think if there's a position group that has been a disappointment, and there's been several position groups that have been disappointed, and I don't think any of them have been more disappointing than the tight end group. And again, we're not here to stab, poke fun, point fingers, whatever, take shots. But look, if I'm a tight end in that tight end room the last several years, I'm like, look, I get it. Like, you have to perform on the field at some point.
Yeah.
And that has been a deficiency for this offense for Auburn, is that it's really not been a reliable position. And it's a weapon that Auburn hasn't had in its arsenal. And it's hurt because, you look at the teams that are successful in college football and the NFL, they have really, really good tight ends. And so, that maybe that's on the list for 2026. We felt like we needed to say something about that.
Yes.
All right. We've already kind of said something about this, but I'm going to say it again. Can we just have a winning season? Can you just, is that too much to ask? I mean, now the He Freeze comment back in the summer about, I know what the priority is here at Auburn. To go to a bowl game. Maybe it is. Maybe he wasn't lying. Maybe that's where we are with it. But no, I mean, seriously, with the money and the facilities and all, the expectations are much higher, even though Auburn's in a ditch right now, so to say, for the last 5 to 6 years. You got to work your way out of it. You got to come out of it. And the way you do it is find ways with the talent that you have to go out on the field and execute and produce and to win some of these close games. Auburn is the king the last 2 years, Faith, of losing close games.
Instead of finding a way to lose the game, let's find a way to win the game. That's the priority. Another one that is a really big one for the both of us is finding a resolution to this NIL transfer portal, this whole game that's been going on that's maybe ruined the sport for good.
Yeah, and it has ruined it. And I think the appropriate term here is a resolution in another way. Yep. Come to an end, an end that's beneficial for the sport, because this has been something that we've never seen before. And, on paper, the portal NIL stuff seems to be a good idea on paper, but when you have no rules and regulations, now all of a sudden it's a massive problem. And that's what it's become. And now you've got coaches, basketball and football, that are complaining and are tired of it. So maybe we're getting somewhere. Maybe the frustration and the fatigue of having to deal with this crap year round is finally getting to some people that are going, hey, look, everybody just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's reboot. Let's cut the computer off. We can't fix the problem, so let's just cut it off and start over. Isn't that how you fix your computer problems? That's, isn't that the most, like, I love tech guys that come in and say, well, have you restarted it? Like, yeah, I have. So restart, reboot on this NIL transfer portal stuff. I think you got to.
Yeah, I think that's the only way that you're able to find some sort of resolution to the problem.
Right. And, I think it's imperative that it happens this, like, we have been talking about this and all the changes. And, if you want to go back to last summer with the ambush event where John Cohen was talking about, even athletic directors didn't know what the heck was going on, and they were interpreting things differently. That's a problem. Everybody's not operating under the same guidelines. And when you don't, And the reason they're not operating under the same guidelines, Faith, is because there aren't any.
Yep.
And John Calipari said that the last few days. He goes, we don't know what the heck we're doing. And he said, well, we got coaches out here recruiting 27, 28-year-old guys and feeling bad. And he said, why do you feel bad? He said, there's no rule on what you can and can't do anymore. And he's right. But it's going to take guys like him coming out and saying what he said to maybe get some other guys on board with him. Take the top 10 basketball coaches in the sport that carry weight and let them come out and unify and say, hey, for the betterment of our sport, we got to make these changes.
Yep. And they can, start to make that difference.
Somebody's got to make a difference. Somebody's got to do it. All right. For basketball, and I think this would be Stephen Pearl's resolution or his wish, is let's start playing better defense. I mean, it was better the other night against Queens, by the way, which is located in Charlotte, North Carolina, not New York. And everybody was like, well, that's Queens, Manhattan. And I thought that too. No, it's Charlotte. So they didn't have to come as far to get their butt beat as they would have if they'd have come from New York. But anyway, that I do think from a basketball perspective, with the way Auburn has some deficiencies, they've got to figure out a way to play a little bit better defense and force some turnovers and force some opportunities and create some things. Whereas the last several years, they've had rim protectors. They've had a big front court. They've been able to, really force the hand of the other team. And we've seen in some of the better opponents, Auburn's been taken to the woodshed because and they've been exposed.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is, Stephen Pearl, as a defensive-minded guy, needs to commit to where he thrives in that coaching element of, getting these guys better on the defensive side of the ball. And so that's what he needs to go and commit to do to help these guys get better.
And one final one for everybody out there, and I think for Auburn fans especially, and this is a long-term resolution. Resolutions, you're supposed to make a resolution, it's supposed to carry out, right? But people forget. About two months in, they go, I ain't doing that anymore.
I think it takes 60 days to make something a habit.
There you go. Well, I'm going to take it even further than that. Can Auburn become a consistent, like the inconsistency of Auburn athletics, the ebbs and the flows, the roller coaster, can this year be the start of building and being on the same page and creating an environment and a culture that breeds success and consistency over time? Not let's figure out a way to have a flash in the pan and have one good year and then 5 bad ones. Can we steadily just stay on a steady plane and compete, and then, every so often be there for a chance for, to compete for a championship, rather than the 2010, 13, 17 seasons and everything in between be.
Yep. Having some sort of consistency.
Is that too much to ask? We didn't say anything about winning a championship in 26, although we'd love to do that. We just said, look, let's just get things going in the right direction.
Yep.
Not too much to ask, is it?
I don't think so.
All right. And one other thing before we get off here on a shortened version on a New Year's Day. Change is coming for us with our programming and things. We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. Podcast every morning, 8 o'clock to get your day started. But we're going to be adding content throughout the day. So we're going to be jumping on in recorded, shorter versions, things that happen, whatever, throughout the day. So make sure you have to subscribe. You need to subscribe. You see it at the bottom down there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also going to be jumping on the audio only versions of everything. We're just now not even a year in yet to this, and we've grown so much because of all of you out there. And we're so very, very thankful for your support and all the great comments and everybody that comes up to us that wants to talk to us when we're out in public. And we appreciate it so very much. We do it for all of y'all. We do it because we love what we do. I think somebody sent us a message the other day, Faith, on the side over here that said, you know, I know Auburn football has been terrible, but you guys have the best job in the world. And me and you agree with that.
Yeah, we believe it. And it is, you know, a really cool thing that we get to do and cover every single day, and very grateful for the platform that we have to do that on. And so thank you, you know, and if anybody has any suggestions that, you know, you want to see more of in 2026, we're also open to, you know, hearing what more things that maybe you guys want. So comment those down below too. Send us a message, whatever it might be. But thank you so much for, you know, everyone and all the support that y'all have, and really excited for this new year. So everyone have the best new year.
Absolutely. Couldn't have summed it up any better than that. And again, just very appreciative of everything. And we are excited about 2026. And hey, one final thing, if you are out there, we've got so many great partners on our show, on our podcast. You know, if you want to be part of this, hit us up. You know, and we've had several of you do that, and we appreciate it. You know, we feel like, you know, it's a true partnership with our partners. It's not just advertising. It's, we believe in that product. We use those products. We frequent those establishments, and we want you to do the same. So if you're out there, you got a business and you like this platform and you want to get your name out there and you want to spread the word, we'll help you do it. So hit us up in 2026. So Faith, y'all have a great time at the college football playoff game tonight. Y'all be safe in the Big Easy. Again, Happy New Year to you. We're excited about Auburn Blitz going into 2026, and I'll let you send us out.
Hope everyone has the best new year ever. Be safe.
Absolutely. And we will see you next time for the Auburn Blitz.